Hello. If you remember at the end of episode 80, I went with Lucia to Córdoba for 2 months. A lot of people were hurt. I can never go back. But nevertheless, I'm here and I'm gonna talk about more stuff. So, what are we talking about today? Oh, Rolling Sky. Well, at least we're returning with something good and not something that makes me want to rip my McNuggets out. So, let's talk about Rolling Sky, shall we? So if you don't know, Rolling Sky is a mobile app game created by Cheetah Mobile in 2016, specifically February 20th, 2016, and was released on the App Store and the Google Play Store. It's a game where you have to roll a ball across the sky. Pretty damn self-explanatory, but who cares? Well, I do, but still. The game was released with positive reviews, but me personally, I played this thing and I thought it was one of the best games on the mobile stores. Actually, probably the best. But of course, I have to actually talk about why it is the best. So let's do that. So the mechanic of the game is that you're a ball, a spherical thing. If you don't know what a sphere is, then you're a fucking idiot. But still, the aim of the game is to get to the end of the level, as there's a percentage up there in the corner, or in this case, the middle right, but top right, but either. But yeah, so the mission is to get to the end. But you can also collect collectibles. There's crowns, which are, kind of self-explanatory. You collect them by, trying to find them, and they're usually very hard to collect, and they're in very unconventional places that you would not usually find them to be in, and they're very hard to get. But if you have enough skill, then you're able to get them. I mean, I've definitely tried to get some crowns before, and I've sometimes succeeded, and I've sometimes not. Then there's the more common currency in the game. Not really currency, but main collectible. There's gems. You back in the early levels, there was 20. But of course, after bonus level 2 Money Day, released on the 31st of December in 2016. Look, there's a crown. It was depleted to 10, but there are still a few levels that have 20 gems if they're, the special levels. The ones that have to go into the hospital. Anyway. Gems are a lot easier to collect than crowns, but they're still not very easy, as some gems are in very, very random and very stupid places that can arguably be even stupider than crowns. And sometimes you have to be really precise with how you jump. Oh yeah, so there are ways to die in this game. There's only 2 ways to die in this game. 1, falling into the void. Because, as you can see, there is a void underneath everything, and if you fall, well, you're deader than, Okay, let's see what I have to work with. Jane O'Connor, no, that's too recent. Osama bin Laden, no, there's lots of jokes about that. Saddam Hussein, South Park did it. Michael Jackson, lots of jokes about it as well. Frank Wells, okay, I'll do Frank Wells. If you fall into the void, you'll be deader than Frank Wells in a helicopter crash. Moving on. Another way to die in this game is, I should probably play the video, that'll help, is by crashing into stuff, because as you can see from the gameplay that I definitely did myself, wink wink wink, nudge nudge, there's a lot of obstacles, and there's usually levels are ranked in difficulty by a ranking system. Stars, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stars in this game, and usually 1 star is easy, 2 stars is normal, 3 stars is hard, 4 stars is harder. 5 stars is what is it? Very hard, I think. And then 5 stars is insane, and then 6 stars is extreme. It's too much for anyone to handle unless you're God. But yeah, so they're ranked by stars, and that's basically how the difficulty is ranked. And the level that I'm currently playing right now, not that I'm playing it, the footage I'm playing that I definitely recorded myself, wink wink, nudge nudge, is Monster Course level 45, as I am to believe, as I have played this game myself. I don't think no, I have completed it because this is definitely my footage. Nudge, nudge. I've watched a lot of Monty Python recently to give me a break. It's funny. So yeah. So they're ranked by. So this is a 4-star level, which doesn't look like that because it's kind of hard to avoid everything. But it's difficulty. It's a difficulty. It's definitely an easy enough level, sort of. Not. The trees have always screwed me over when I'm trying to complete this level. So let's start out with the positives. So I really like this game. First off, I really like the game design, the level design. Of course, not the actual cranes because they're painful as hell to get to, but I do like the level design. It's not to the point of being extremely unfair, but still not too easy where you're breezing through like you're a bird. But yeah, there's a bit of difficulty to everything. It gives and see, I'm gonna compare this to another game where you have to get to the end, Geometry Dash, where you basically accept the difference with Geometry Dash is that it's probably one of the worst games I've played in my life because it's so ungodly unfair and it makes you hate everything about it. I mean, I like the music, that's it, but the thing with Geometry Dash that it's just like it's so unfair. There's no checkpoints, there's no protection against everything. You get hit, you get right back to the beginning. There's no strikes, there's no 3 strikes, you're out. 1 strike, dead. Go back to the beginning. It's really, and if you're playing a really, really impossible level, really hard level that you're pulling your hair out, your hair on your head and your hair near your McNuggets, but still, it's unfair. And the reason I think this game is better is that it does have checkpoints and shields and these things called floatings where you can avoid falling into the void. But the fact is that, well, you can actually, they're not just like you watch an ad to get them. You actually have to play to get them because at the end, if you complete a level, then you get a prize. And usually you can watch an ad to double that prize. And of course, every time I complete a level, I double that prize because what the hell am I? Not greedy? But yeah. I think it's a really good mechanic that still gives the game challenge, while giving you a choice if you want to have yourself help yourself, or not. And I've used checkpoints, but it has actually helped me improve my skills at the game. One of the game's hardest levels is E-Labyrinth. This level has always given me trouble, and I've always used checkpoints because it's always been a pain in the ass to play. But when I started getting very far without checkpoints, I start to wonder, could I actually beat this level? Because I have beaten other 5-star levels without checkpoints. So I not only completed the level in one go, I got every single gem as well. And that just goes to show that not checkpoints are not a way for cheating, but for me personally, it has helped me improve my skills. So if you're struggling to play this game, whoever is out there dumb enough to play this, use checkpoints and it will help you improve, hopefully. Unless you're playing a 6-star level, that's hopeless. You're gonna suck unless you're, God, Moses, Ahmed, is Ahmed a religious figure? I don't know. There's not really that many to go off of. The Bible is a very short book. Okay, give me a break. I think the best thing about this game is probably the music. This isn't like your typical, mobile game where it has the same default free music trial for every single song, every single level of the game. There's actually a bit of variety. There's a different song with every single level. Yeah, imagine that with every friggin' mobile game. Cheetah Mobile does this thing where, also with another one of their games, Dancing Line, which I am not going to review. It's that there's a different piece of music with every single level, and it makes it a very unique mobile game because it's not playing the same music ringing in your ears for the next 5 hours. It's playing a different song with each level, and it keeps it unique. I think another thing that I love about this game that you're obviously seeing right now is that there's different power-ups as well. Not like the shields or checkpoints or all that. It's like the in-game power-ups that you can't, achieve. You just have to accept them. So there's multiple different power-ups. There's the Ultra Jump, which is like this blue. Actually, I should just show you them. Okay, so lots of different power-ups. So there's the Big Jump, which is a little blue box. Then there's Smashing Obstacles, which is an orange box where you can smash through stuff. Not orange, I'm not colorblind. This is the orange box. That one was pink or purple. I need a test. I have not a good memory. Then there's the flying one, which is a green box where you can fly higher than Superman. Then there's the invisibility box, which is another green box. Ooh. Then there's the transformation box, which is like a box where you can transform into one of these three, and into either a square, a hexagon, or a triangle. And if you don't pass the right one, then you'll die. Then there's swapping obstacles, which is another green box. Green is a very popular color in this game, isn't it? Where you kind of switch the objects. Here's like an example of it happening in Steam era, or mechanical power, other. And then there's other power-ups. There's the neon pads. There's stair tiles, which is a bunch of stairs. A green tile where you can create stairs for yourself and become Moses. Then there's the path generator, which is another green box in Egypt, where you can create extra land to get gems or crowns. I did that, and I'm very good. Then there's the wall climb, where you can climb up onto the wall and become Spider-Man for a very short time. And then there's side jump, where you bounce you bounce side to side and literally become a very dizzy ball. And then there's also the special effects. Unless I haven't missed anything. No, what the consumables. No, we're not gonna like that. There's other power-ups like laser switch, speed variation, portal match for blah 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 blah. But I'll say that for another time when I actually have to explain the game. But I'm not doing that because this is not a game explaining channel. You should watch Game Explain for that. He probably hasn't made a video on that because Rolling Sky is not a very popular game. It's not the most big thing of all time because it's a mobile game, and mobile games are usually associated with being like pee or poo or shmoo. But still, I'm not going to explain literally every single thing. You should go to the Rolling Sky Wikia if you want to learn about power-ups when you download the game on something. You should definitely check this out so you can find out more about these power-up thingies, thingamabobs. Of course, I do still have one problem with the game, and that is sometimes it can be a little bit more unfair in some areas by creating some things that just seem a bit oof. Like the one-tile paths in World Cup, level 28. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's go there. So the story is that the people at Cheetah Mobile Games, when they were programming this and making this level, they were basically smoking their heads off and decided to create, hey, what if we create one tile path for the player to go across? So then we can make it harder for them to make it harder for them to complete the level and make it more of a pain in the ass. I think that's how that board meeting went, but still, what? No, like, if you saw the footage, you saw what was going on. It's unfair. It's really unfair that the players have to just glide across these path tiles without falling to their demise. It's unfair, and it's definitely not warranted at all. It just makes this level unpleasant. That's why I think it's one of the worst levels in the game. And then there's also the introduction of trick tiles and trick gems, where basically they do that. They move automatically, and they go in any direction they want. There's no pattern, there's nothing. They go in any direction they want, and you basically have to guess every time where they're gonna go, or else you will fall. And I hate it. I hate every goddamn second of it. It makes it a pain to go through. You're trying to guess every single damn time where it's gonna go, where it's gonna drop, where you're gonna fly, where you're gonna fall. It's just the pain. A friggin' pain. It's why Spring Festival is also one of my least favorite levels in the game. I haven't even gotten to some of the other stupid crap this game pulls, like the trick gems as well, or the the double pathways, or Happy Birthday level 31, where it's just a combination of everything. But I'm not gonna get into that because this video is getting long enough, and I haven't made a video in a long time, as you probably know. So, yeah, that's basically my review of Rolling Sky. The Cliff Note version of this is that this is a very, very fantastic game. I think it's a very fun game. It gives you a bit of good challenge while also still having, a bit of easy stuff to it that definitely makes the experience more pleasant than something like Geometry Dash, where you just have to, it's just about surviving and not dying for about up to a minute or two. So it's good music. And the obstacles are really unique and cool. The music is badass and it's really cool, nice to listen to. There's the relaxing music, and then there's the music that literally could be played at a friggin' disco party and no one will ever notice. And of course, there's the level design, which for the most part is pretty good. And then there's a few choices of level design that I think make me a bit but for the most part, this is a very, very good game. I really like it, and I definitely recommend you play it if you can find it. Hopefully you can and not do anything illegal to try and find it. I don't want to be the cause of any black market scandals. But anyway, that was my review of Rolling Sky, and if you excuse me, I have to try and fix Lucia's situation in Córdoba. See ya. God, this is so stupid.